I have had the unfortunate experience of dating emotionally unavailable woman. My last girlfriend, I would consider an avoidant, which is someone who is emotionally unavailable because they avoid things. So in this video, I'm going to talk to you about how to kind of spot or tell if your girlfriend is going to end up being an emotionally unavailable woman. Women are very emotional creatures. So being with a woman that is not good with emotions is a major red flag. And I can tell you from experience, an emotionally unavailable person is a good person. They can be a great friend. They're a good person. They're good people. But relationship wise, they are absolutely terrible to be in a relationship with. Now, some people can do it. Some people can do that. So you will tend to see emotionally unavailable people getting in relationships long term with other emotionally unavailable people, or long term distance relationships. I've heard that one. That's very common. And the reason why is because someone who's emotionally unavailable, closeness scares them. Everyone wants a relationship. Humans are naturally designed to come together. So these people want relationships, but they've been conditioned from their parents to basically think that love is scary. To them, pushing people away and keeping their partner at arm's distance, it's normal to them. They live in a constant state of feelings versus fear. So an emotionally unavailable woman, when she pushes you away, it's not personal, but you have to understand that this is literally a subconscious defense mechanism going off in her head. And unless they go to therapy for a very long time to get help and re-changing their patterns, this cycle will repeat with every single partner that they end up getting involved with. And these types of people typically do not want to change because to them that's normal. To them, they're not doing anything wrong. But someone like myself, who is more of a secure individual, knows that closeness, coming together, is you are happier and better off together than you are alone. We're going to go through each one of these points here. This is how you can tell if someone is emotionally unavailable. I am speaking for emotionally unavailable women, but this will also apply to men as well. I think it's 98% of the guys or people that watch my channel are men. The first one is going to be they're going to stonewall you. Stonewalling is essentially just giving you the silent treatment. What they will do, and this could be because you guys got into an argument, or you did something that she just didn't like, but they won't tell you what you did wrong. And that's because these people do not communicate. They will not communicate with you. So if you did something wrong to this woman, I promise you, you will never know about it because she will not tell you. So when they stonewall and they become quiet and they don't talk to you, what's going to happen is this could go on for, whatever amount of time. And then all of a sudden, they're going to come back around and act like nothing happened. But you just stopped talking to me for 3 whole days. You're going to come back around and act like nothing happened? No, something definitely happened. I would like to talk about that, please. But when you put pressure on them to talk about it, they're going to push you away because avoidance and emotionally unavailable women. So I'm interchanging these because they're the same thing. They're going to push you away because being personal and vulnerable, it's telling you what you did wrong, is scary to them. That's why they stonewalled you and pulled away, because they wanted to deal with that in their own head by themselves instead of communicating like an adult. The next one is going to be they do not participate in conflict. I said this in one of my other videos, but a relationship cannot exist between two people if there is no communication. And at some point in time, you and your partner are going to get into an argument. Emotionally unavailable people think that relationships should be easy and you should not argue with them. This is a common theme that I've seen when I've studied these types of people, and I have the hands-on experience of knowing this. When it comes time to getting into an argument, what they're going to do is, when I say they won't participate, they will turn the situation, they'll place the blame on you. They will gaslight you because this is a defense mechanism. I used to talk to my ex-girlfriend about something, and I wasn't even trying to argue, and she would immediately get defensive and gaslight me. And I mean, this was a very consistent thing. They don't handle criticism well. Even if you're not, and there were times where I was like, why are you getting upset? She thought I was criticizing her when I wasn't, and then she would start blaming me or like gaslighting me as if I did something wrong. And then I started thinking, did I do something wrong? But now I can look back at this, almost a long time now and be like, no, I absolutely wasn't. This is what she was doing. Not participating in conflict when you have a problem with something she's doing. And she used to do stuff that I had big fucking problems with, and I wanted to address them because she kept doing it. Every time I tried to talk about it, again, she would get defensive, she would gaslight me, she would turn things around on me. I would be the bad guy instead of looking at her behavior. They will not take accountability for their actions. This girl apologized maybe twice in the entire time that I was with her. It's frustrating because, again, if you can't communicate and you can't solve problems, you can't be in a relationship. I had a problem with her behavior, and I was trying to come up with a solution for both of us that would make me happy, and so that way she would have to stop hearing me complain, but she would never want to sit down and talk about it like an adult. And you can't get anywhere if someone isn't willing to do that. And it all comes down because their parents never taught them how to do this. So emotionally unavailable people or avoidance, very emotionally and communication wise, immature. Like their parents literally stunted their ability to do this in their brain. The next one is going to be they will distance themselves without telling you why. This is the last one, and this is basically them withdrawing. Avoidance operate like most of the time they are living in a constant state of fear, but they won't tell you that. So to them, because they have never been because they were taught from their parents that being alone is safer than coming towards somebody, and again, this is unfortunately because of their parents, the only way they know how to feel better about themselves is if they run away by themselves and they process things over time. If you're a normal person like I am, I can tend to process stuff almost immediately, and let's just say within 2 days, I'm completely over a problem. These people have a lag time. So what might take you a day or 2 days will literally take these people a week or potentially longer before their emotions catch up to them and they allow themselves to process things. You cannot run away from your emotions forever. These people, when they withdraw, what they do is they try to suppress their emotions. So they try to stay as busy as possible. This is why these kinds of people, all they do is work, all they do is clean, all they do is go to the gym. They're always doing something instead of sitting by themselves, because if they sit by themselves and they are forced to feel their emotions, which they try so hard to run away from, they are going to confront the very feelings that they are trying to avoid. The reason why they withdraw is because they are trying to safely process their emotions in a way that doesn't overwhelm them or scare them. Okay, so when they withdraw, I remember this girl used to go to the gym for 2 hours, and then she would used to come back to the house and sit in her car for 45 minutes. And I knew she was pulling away from me, and I used to call her out. I'm like, dude, what? Hey, are you coming into the house? You've been sitting in your car for 45 minutes. It feels like you're trying to avoid coming inside. And I remember that. The worst thing you can do is call these people out. And unfortunately, I did that before I knew how to handle these types of people. So just know that if you're going to call these people out, you're putting pressure on them. That's not good. The best thing you can do is if they pull away, you need to pull away. That's the best thing you can do, because if they pull away and you chase them like I did, you're enabling their avoidance. Okay, you're telling them that if they run away, you're going to come to the rescue. So if they pull away, which they will several times, you need to back the fuck off too, because when you back off, you're going to force them to face those emotions that I just said they try so hard to run away from. These are very, very, very common signs that you're dealing with an emotionally unavailable woman or someone that has an avoidant attachment style. These are, I know that there's a few of them, but these are consistent across the board. Every single one of these, every single person who's emotionally unavailable will exhibit one or multiple of these patterns. I guarantee that. So if you're dating someone like this right now, I'm telling you, if you haven't gotten in a long-term relationship with them, like you're slowly getting there, you won't know that they're emotionally unavailable until about like 6 months down the road. When that emotional bond gets formed, that is when they're going to become a completely different person. Like the first 6 months with my relationship with this girl was amazing, dude. It was the best fucking relationship I've ever been in. I thought I was gonna marry this girl, and as soon as I moved in with her 6 months down the road, that is when she turned into a completely different person. And it's going to happen to you as well. If you are someone that is okay dating somebody who's going to do this, more power to you. But I had the hands-on experience of doing it, and after I've had enough time away from this girl to reflect on who I was and who she was and what the relationship was, this will never work out. These people cannot stay in a relationship long term with a healthy partner, that because when you try to get close, they will run away. Okay, so just keep that in mind. If you're going to do that, good luck, bro. So with that being said, if you like this video, guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. And listen, if you're a guy right now that wants help in your pickup, dating, relationship life, click the link in the description. Book a one-on-one coaching call with me, man. Let me help you out, and we'll get you where you want to be pretty fast. With that being said, gentlemen, if you like this video, check out this one right here, man. You're going to love that one as well. And guys, hey, I'll see you in the next one.